It's Friday, which means it's fight day. Welcome back to Comic Fights. First off, let's talk about our match from last week. Vision versus Martian Manhunter. It was pretty unanimous, almost, that Martian Manhunter took this. There were a few fans of Vision, not that many, because most really stood by Martian Manhunter. That even though he couldn't use his telepathy against Vision's AI, Vision also wasn't really able to create fire or use fire to his advantage, and Martian Manhunter just had his regeneration is probably a little better, he's probably a little stronger, he's a little more varied set, but it really came down to this, and we've got a quote here. So here's what user Sam Murphy had to say. Okay, so I'm quite sure that Vision's beam, although immensely hot, would not be equivalent to fire to defeat Manhunter that easily. I also think that his AI is not susceptible to telepathy. I think that technopathy would be the only ability that would be useful in that regard. In that sense, the only way the Vision could defeat Manhunter would be to create a fire and use that to his advantage. Otherwise, it would only be a matter of time before all of the Vision is completely eradicated. So with that, the big win goes to Martian Manhunter. And now, let's dive into this week. This week we have Wonder Woman versus Sebastian Shaw, the Black King from the Hellfire Club. So let's start with Diana Prince. What can Wonder Woman do? Most of her abilities come from the fact that she is a god. So she has superhuman strength, stamina, reflexes. She is just better than everyone. In terms of strength, she can really throw down with the best of them. So Superman, Shazam, she can fight these people toe-to-toe and manage. She can hold her own. So when it comes to strength, she's got it. She also has the ability to fly. She's got gear that she can access, such as the Lasso of Truth, and she has the bracelets that can kind of block projectiles. She has a lot of things on her person that can help her win a fight. These bracelets, called the Bracelets of Submission, were later adapted, how do I explain this? That they can kind of summon weapons from them. So she needs a sword, she needs a spear, she needs a bow and arrow. They can kind of conjure up whatever weapon she needs to use in the heat of the moment. Now, it's rough to find someone that can go toe-to-toe with Wonder Woman, but here we have an interesting choice in Sebastian Shaw. Now, if you're not familiar, here's what Sebastian Shaw's power is. It's called kinetic energy absorption, which means every punch, bullet, any sort of attack that hits him with any sort of force is absorbed into him. Okay? So, however strong Wonder Woman is, she throws a punch, he absorbs all of that kinetic force into his body, which makes him stronger, faster, just makes him more and more powerful. So with every punch she throws, he's getting more and more power. There does seem to be a limit in how much energy he can store, and it seems to be about 100 times what he's able to do, which is a lot, but it's 100 times a normal person compared to a god. Not sure how that compares, and that's where we're going to debate. There's also a certain amount of force that he can't stop. So say something is falling on him, the force could kill him, unless he was able to, because of his strength, hold it up. But if something had enough pressure, it could kill him. Also, you can knock him out in other ways, other than just punching him. So there are clever people that can figure out a way to knock out Sebastian Shaw without loading him up with all this energy. So this seems like an easy one, because it seems like Wonder Woman would be smart enough to figure this out and not fill him up with all this energy and make him a threat. So do you agree with that? Do you think this is an easy win for the Wonder Woman? Or do you think Sebastian Shaw, with enough energy, could take the win? So it seems like an easy one. Let me know in the comments which side you fall on. And if you really think it's Sebastian Shaw, give us a good reason. And as always, next week we'll open up with your comments and your thoughts about this fight. And as always, give suggestions for what you want to see in future installments of Comic Fights. We'll see you next week. You wanna fight?